I've won and lost against the best. This old road's been a hell of a test. But I'm still driving, I ain't slowing down. There's rules I'd love to break and bend, mistakes I've made again and again. But I tell you this, my friends, I'm still around. I hit it hard, man, so far, man. No laying up, no holding back. Ain't afraid of nothing, it's a natural fact. I hit it long, man, till it's gone, man. Keep taking chances, live at large. I hit it hard.
Average Goats, Season 1, Episode 18. They call your 18th episode a whack fuck in this business. Hanger Buddy Brothers, how you doing today?
Whack. Fuck.
Those videos are pretty funny.
They're entertaining.
Pretty funny. But here we go, guys. We've had a couple busy weeks here, and we just finished watching the Olympics. The women are still playing, but the men wrapped up. Xander Schauffele finally, I don't know, did he win a big tournament finally?
That's what I was trying to decide. I don't know if he really has. Do you even get PGA point? Do you even get points?
No FedEx Cup points on that.
I think this is a big win. These guys downplayed the Olympics for last time. A lot of them going into this one. And how many times you hear Rory, JT, Xander, all these guys talk about how they were wrong. This was the greatest experience ever.
Okay.
I heard the course was magnificent, though.
Immaculate.
Yeah, looks kind of flat though, kind of boringish looking, but yeah, the shape. Yeah, they all said it was in great condition. Here's my question: when you're younger, or even when you're out there alone in your own head and you're practicing your putting, you're putting to win what? The Masters, the U.S. Open, the Open Championship. Have you ever been putting to win the Olympics?
Here at Augusta.
Right?
I don't think you had that mindset until the last 16 was the first year I was back. So
Yeah, from like
Right.
1908 or 1912 or 14 or something like that.
I think it was always before that. It was
So
always.
do you
the
think they're going to
Masters.
get? I hope they stick with it. 'Cause that's what I'm trying to say. That's how you get more people. It'll take time to develop.
Yeah.
It will take time, and I think it will require some tweaks, how we talked about last week in Joel's absence, to make it more exciting for the fans, at least.
Like a team event.
I think
Like a
so.
little
I
college
think that would be
five-man
more
team
fun.
event.
That'd
I
be
think the
fun.
team event would be great.
Kind of like the
Yeah, could
New
you
Orleans
imagine,
tournament.
could you
Obviously,
imagine
still an
Britain-
individual medalist, right? But still have the
Well,
team component.
I think you have the individual tournament to qualify your top 8 teams, right?
Yeah.
Then you go to a final 8.
yeah.
Yep.
I think that would be great. I think, man, could you imagine teams 3 and 4 playing for a bronze? You either
Be
get
fun.
a medal or you don't get jack crap.
You don't get nothing.
How many guys were in that playoff for bronze?
7.
7.
That
They had to
was-
have 2 groups because that was
Yeah, a
that was
3
the
and 4.
ruling, right? If it's 6 or more, then it's got to go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is that? Could you imagine that for gold?
That would be
7.
wild, wouldn't it?
Like, let's just say 5 people tie for first, and 3 people are getting medals, 2 people are going home with diddly jack squat,
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I thought I think what would help the Olympics too is if they played more iconic courses. Could you imagine this being played at, if the Olympics are in the Carolinas at Pinehurst, or
Yeah.
if the Olympics would have came to Chicago, would it have been at Medina? Would it have been at Olympic
Yeah.
Fields or one of the new
That would have been-
courses?
That'd be tough to say where they'd host it there, huh? It'd be cool if they go to a course, although those are kind of going along with what you think, but some of the private elite courses in Chicago.
Or even like when it was in Rio, or the
Only
Summer Olympics before that was
built.
in London, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
boom, now you get an Open Championship course that you're kind of familiar with, and then you get that Olympic moment.
Yep.
I think that would help propel the golf in the Olympics as well. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I think they should
the
pick
course
one of
would help a
those-
lot.
One of those courses from the old TW PlayStation games that they play over there.
Those aren't real. So
No, there's some of them
where
are.
you go from volcano across the ocean, to an island,
There are some that are real. on
Got a
there.
bad lie in this volcanic rock.
hitting that 210-yard drive with Pop Masterson. Remember that guy?
Top spin.
Yeah, Xander pulled it off.
So like you said, I felt bad for Matsuyama. I thought that would have been a cool story if he would have won it. He
Yep.
was in the playoff. He ends up bowing out.
Yep.
What do you think of the Rory Sabatini? basically
Yeah.
taking up citizenship with his wife's
Yeah.
home country
To help grow the game.
Basically,
What's wrong with
play
it?
in the Olympics.
I think it's great.
They did it to grow the game, and I guess don't hate the player, hate the game is the saying the kids are now saying.
All right,
these
so
days,
you
right?
got. I would buy into your theory or you're questioning that. Had he married her for that purpose, but he got married to this lady, and then this stuff happened. So, I mean, it's totally fine.
Opportunities arise.
Totally
Did he
fine.
ever play on a President's Cup team? Under the other
Yeah, I
country's
think
flag?
he did actually.
believe so.
Once or twice.
So that's kind of, it's kind of like in baseball now. Like the White Sox won the '05 World Series against the National Houston Astros, and now this year they might be playing the Astros to go to the World Series to play the National League winner. It's kind of crazy. Like
Yeah.
he played on a President's Cup team from a different country, and now he's in the Olympics with a different country.
Slovakia, right? That's
So
the country.
So you're
Yeah, I
saying
think so.
he's South African, but he identifies as Slovakian?
Yeah.
Is that how they say it nowadays?
It's
What
just
would you think
citizenship.
what would you think
so.
of being like a South African citizen? What would
He-
your opinion be on that?
Well,
I'm
does
gonna-
he have dual citizenship,
I'm gonna
or did
sound
he
like-
give up his?
I'm gonna sound like Ricky Bobby here. No,
Ricky
no,
Bobby.
no Americans are doing. I'm American and Canadian. No, I'm American. Like
Because
all these other people, are like, oh, I'm French plus I'm Brazilian. No, I'm American.
wasn't this kind of the squabble back in 2016 with like Rory and them?
No.
Were they going to play for Great Britain or were they going to play for Ireland?
No, it was Ireland or Northern Ireland. Or
Yeah.
something.
Okay,
Something
I
like
couldn't
that,
remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think it's fine. He married her, and then this stuff happened. So if he married her for this purpose,
I'm agreeing
we
with
got an
Vegas.
issue.
I think it's just.
Well, the process
maybe he
also-
did. Did you ask him?
And it's not like he
When did they get married?
was
When
just.
did they get married?
It's not like
and
he
did he
was
start this
just.
process in 2017?
What if they got married after the Olympics? The
I
last
guarantee you, nobody coming into this show thinks we're going to give Rory Sabatini 7 minutes of time.
time? I didn't. I'm
did
part
not-
of the show.
I didn't either. But he played great on
He does.
final day.
He gets hot and
It was fucking
charges up.
dialed.
Yes.
What did
And
he
you're-
shoot? 61?
And you're thinking, oh Jesus, don't let this guy win it now. Don't. That's what I'm thinking. Like halfway through on the last day.
At this point, though, like, do you change the way you talk a little bit so that you're not so much South African? Maybe you got, I don't know how they talk in Slovakia, but
Oh, I'm from Slovakia.
do you
Double
go
the
from
dirty,
drinking whatever they drink in South Africa to now? I'm guessing it's a lot of vodka.
Yeah, it's that cheap Slovakian.
Yeah, Kamchatka or something.
The Slovakia.
I think it's pure rubbing alcohol is what you're looking for.
Correct. It's that, but they call it vodka.
Yeah.
It's Slovakian
Yeah.
vodka.
It's flammable.
Yeah, that was the shit you got from in high school when you asked an older sibling to buy you a bottle of vodka. You give
Yeah.
them a $20, they buy you the $8, and then they pocket the $12 for their good stuff.
I saw an old former neighbor of mine, Craig Rosinski, who does happen to golf. He is in the construction business. Posted a picture of a client giving him a bottle, thanking him for his work. 192 proof. Flammable was bigger on the front of the bottle than the actual whatever it was.
Was it Gem Clear?
I have no idea. I've never seen it in my life, but I was just thinking, like, how that would like burn a hole in your.
Okay, do you remember in high school or college you would do Everclear?
Yes.
Okay, so college you're on a budget, you got to go cheaper than that, and you're trying to make like Jungle Juice or the Wicked Punch. I bought this bottle, it was Gem Clear, same thing. So it was Everclear knockoff. It was stronger than that. Mixed it with a half a bottle of Fruit Punch Gatorade. It turned it like white powdery.
Would love to
It was
see how
red.
that turned out.
It turned out wonderful.
I bet.
From what I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually didn't really drink too much of the cheap shit in college.
Whoa.
No,
Show off.
no, I had a job. I worked pretty much a full-time job, so
Just to what? Buy Miller Lite instead of Keystone Light?
I've never been a Miller Lite guy.
It was.
You're
like
not
just a
that guy,
reference.
pal.
Not that guy. Silver Bullets actually was the
Nice.
college beer. Bud Light first, and then Silver Bullets.
Man, so yeah, I'm in my late 30s and I graduated Silver Bullets. So what do you think I was drinking in college?
You were drinking the warm Milwaukee's Best
I did some of the Ice House.
Ice House. That'll
Yep.
fuck your world up.
Yeah.
They were married in
Ooh.
Headache.
2014.
Bang, one.
That's like the fifth one. We should
There-
keep a tally.
They were
We
married.
need
In,
somebody to come in and mark on the window a
Yeah.
tally.
they were married in 2014. So
There you
he's
go.
all
How
good.
about it?
He was,
But
he was
that-
trying
that
to
was-
get in for the 2016
That was
Olympics.
probably when the
That's when
2016
qualifying
was
started.
announced.
No,
So it was
'cause-
qualifying.
Yeah.
No,
4
he
years.
just started this
years.
process. I think in 2018.
You're making-
I know
you're
it. They did it.
making
They
that
talked about it on the Golf Channel live from.
Okay.
And Brandel knows everything.
Anyways, I
And
don't.
Todd Lewis.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, moving on.
Way too much time, but still, just seemed what's the kind of hinky,
up. Yeah.
whatever that means. I watched The Fugitive the other day, and that was in there.
Ooh, good one.
What about
Doctored the samples.
what about McIlroy kind of blowing up in the playoff?
Give him Provasic.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could only play good golf so long without a hat on.
What was that all about? Was that a
I don't know
was that
what
a
that was.
sponsorship thing?
We talked about that. I don't know what.
When
it
did we
is.
talk about that? Off the line?
Off the line, not on the line.
I don't know what it is. I'd be curious to know because he
Was-
never
is
does
it
it
a-
at the Ryder Cups either.
Do you think he got sunburned through his thinning hair?
Oh,
Oh, had
for
to.
sure.
So this week, his,
SPF 75.
man.
Do
Yeah,
you
it's tough.
think?
Time
I
to
thought
talk.
maybe when I first saw it, I thought maybe it was some kind of courtesy thing that maybe they just don't wear hats a lot in Japan. But Hideki had a hat on.
Are you kidding me? Some of them have worn some of the best hats in the history of golf.
The
CJ.
And never
CJ
forget,
something?
never forget Jumbo Ozaki either.
Oh.
When his putter would be like straight, his
What
toe
are we talking about?
his toe would be way off the ground when he'd be putting. Jumbo Ozaki. The Olympics are in Japan. I just
When he
wanted to bring
not
it-
familiar.
No, not Jumbo
Hey,
Ozaki.
was that
fan?
one guy with that crazy follow through swing? Was he
No.
Japanese?
He wasn't in the tournament, no.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know that.
Now we're
I think his golf game went off the
Now we're
rails.
getting really
Now
off
you're
topic.
just straight out there profiling, Michael. We're gonna circle.
No,
the
no.
wagons
Who?
back.
What? Where was he from? You guys know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Robert something.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Robert the Bruce.
So this week we got the WGC FedEx St. Jude.
Yep.
A lot of big names in this tournament, obviously, since it's invitational only.
Well, only the top 50 or 60,
Yeah, and then invites.
I think it's kind of crazy how many guys played,
and then came back.
went to the Olympics, and then came back for this event.
Well, yeah, Xander strolled in without his badge on. He had gold medal.
That's a smooth move.
I like it. That's a
Power
Phil Mickelson move.
Was this
I like
normally the Firestone? The one up at
yeah,
It
maybe,
is.
Yeah.
Did it replace that, right?
This has been
Yeah.
at, this has been in St. Jude for a number of years now.
Not as a World Golf Championship.
Yes, it has. At least 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Oh, you know what? The St. Jude thing might be later. Yeah. Maybe it was later in the summer.
This is the St. Jude thing.
I always thought there was the
Correct.
Firestone tournament right about now.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Well, the Firestone for a number of years was the WGC Firestone.
Bridgestone.
Right.
Yeah, it was a WGC event.
It
That's what I'm
was.
saying.
But this has been this for at least 2, maybe 3 years.
Right, and they haven't played there for at least 2 or 3 years.
Whatever.
We'll check that.
What's
Get
it
the
matter?
fact
What's
checkers
it
on.
even matter?
But
I
anyways,
like
yeah,
that tournament.
Patrick Reed made it back and forth. Rory made it back and forth. Morikawa, Schauffele. I mean, there's a pretty long list. It's pretty crazy the amount of traveling these guys are doing.
They want. Well, of course. When did they finish up? Sunday.
They arrived Monday morning in the States.
Yeah.
Because they're picking up a day.
They
coming
left.
this
They
week.
left
Coming
Monday
home,
morning
right?
and they arrived Monday morning.
That's crazy.
Ride in on Friday, leave 3 days later on Friday. How'd it
How'd you do?
happen?
the horse.
The horse's name was Friday.
Good movie. Little
Great
Big League.
movie.
Which one?
Little Big League.
Oh,
Night nurses in Jersey.
Yeah. Wow, when my grandfather died, all I got was a sweater. You got the Minnesota Twins.
Classic.
Oh, man. Chet Stedman.
Mm-hmm.
But, so who you guys liking this week? This is being played at the TPC Southwind.
Wait, Chet
Par-
Stedman was from Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, sorry.
Threw me out for a second.
Par 70, 35-35, just over 7,200 yards.
I'm gonna have to update the totals too, man. I'm
7,200 yards for par 70. That's a stiffy.
It's gonna be.
We haven't picked in who knows how long, Joel.
That's what she said.
All right, who you guys going with? I'll let you guys all pick since I'm pretty sure I got a couple $1 million lead.
Since we're kind of
Oh,
doing these
no,
on
no,
Thursday
no,
mornings,
no,
can
no,
we
no,
even
no.
pick now? I think we just got to scrap that whole thing.
No, I'm picking
Go ahead.
Daniel Berger.
Berg. Michael.
I don't know.
I'm taking. I'll let you pick. I don't want to take your
Man,
thunder.
I'd love to take Jim Herman right now.
Go ahead.
Or
Take him.
Harris English.
Jim Herman's in the lead now.
Harris
Tied
usually
for
starts
lead.
off strong and usually finishes pretty strong.
He'll have a.
Burger's -4 through 14.
It was a good Thursday, so he'll have a Friday, and then Saturday afternoon, evening, you'll see his name.
Phil's 200 through 17. I mean, at this point, I'm handicapping myself taking anybody that's not up there. Matthew Wolf, we know he won't. Hold on.
Shot by Rory there in the background.
I'm going to go with Louis.
Okay.
Shoots 30 on his first 9, and I'm taking him.
Oh, he's 3 back currently.
All right, I'm going DJ.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a good pick, but DJ is not playing so well.
Eh,
Of course, they all make the cut, right?
he's had about a month off. He hasn't played since the British.
Also being played this week is the Barracuda Championship.
I got to look up that.
I'm not even sure I know how to get to that
Barracuda.
field.
Truckee,
We're not making picks there, are we?
California. Oh, yeah. I already got my pick.
Johnson Wagner?
I'm going Maverick McNeely. Write it down. Pebble Beach Boy is going to win in California.
McNeely.
This is pretty interesting, too, if you have some time and you're flipping through the channels and you're seeing it. It'll be on the Golf Channel, I'm sure. They're playing the Stableford, so that's where they're trying to have plus points.
Right.
Yeah, I
right,
just looked
right,
at that.
right.
I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Thompson
This guy's plus 13
12.
winning? What the shit
What?
is this?
Scott Piercy, nice.
That's a blast from the past for sure.
Johnson Wagner is in the field. Knew it.
Johnson.
Talk about that.
+6.
Well, I don't-
So Stableford's a little. I mean, we do Stableford events. Usually they're group or larger group events here. But in Europe, that's how they play everything. Is Stableford points.
That's how we play our weekend game over at Lakes of the Four Seasons.
Really?
It's a Stableford. Yep.
Always.
Always.
So you're always familiar with the points. You already know when you know what to.
We do different point structure than them because you can change it forever you want in your game. But they seem to think it's the fairest. Plus, it helps with pace of play. Double bogey's the worst you can make. Just pick up and go when you're having a shitty hole. And
Yeah.
Just go to the next one.
I'll go with Reeve.
Chaz Reeve.
Smoking heaters out there.
I'm going to go Nick Watney.
Wow, Nick Watney.
There's a blast from the past,
There you
huh?
go. 2010 called. They want their golfer back. But something to also look forward to if you're watching any of that is they had some winter kill. They had a pretty brutal winter for about 10, 15 days out there. So it'll be interesting to see how some of the courses playing for them.
Where are they playing that one?
California.
Yeah, it's in
Truckee.
Truckee, California.
California Penal League.
Tahoe
Mountain Club.
Club.
Yep.
Mountain Club.
California Penal League.
Put jalapeno in it. So,
Bardall. Crisco.
So we just wrapped up. You guys did over at the Uche Club Championship.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. Put that on the board.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to talk about this.
We did? Oh, sorry.
No.
I forgot to read the fine print.
It's fine.
But congratulations to club champ Luke Lambert over there at Yuki in Crown Point, Indiana. He defends his club championship. That's quite impressive.
Blitz the field, actually.
Blitzed him. I saw he posted a red number through round one, so that was good to see. And
That was good to see.
But what were you guys' thoughts? Let's just start with your own play and how it went out there on the course. Michael, you want to start?
No.
Okay. Joel, pressing forward.
Roll call.
You were kind of talking off air. You didn't hit a lot of greens. It was tough getting up and down. You had a lot of putts too.
I hit plenty of greens, I thought. I didn't get up and down very well or putt all that great when I had par saves. One of those weekends where you had 5 to 7 footers that were either had to be played on the edges or outside the cup, and sometimes they would break hard and sometimes they would just stay on that line. They were never actually going on the intended line that you thought they were. So, yeah. Course played beautiful, though. Course was good.
Really tough.
Greens were great. Fairways were nice. Nothing but great things to say about the golf course. That's not just tooting this guy's horn over here, but
Come on, ride the train
Hey.
and ride it.
but no, the course was fantastic. Probably the best I've seen the greens all season, to be honest.
The course was great.
Saturday's greens.
Firmed up, fast.
Saturday's greens were the best I've seen. Sunday morning, they were a little wet, I think.
It
They
seemed
were
like there was an excessive amount of dew.
moisture or
Sunday
dew.
morning.
But in the afternoon, the wind was kicked up on Sunday, so
Was
it
it ever?
dried them out a little bit, and they got a little more speed and fire in them in the afternoon round. Yeah, I didn't putt very well. Averaged 33 putts around, which is not good. Typically, I'm 4 less than that, around that 29 to 30 mark.
Bragger.
And then didn't putt well after the first 18 on Sunday morning, so the second 18 I switched putters.
Wow.
Didn't putt all that much better.
So if you do your normal, though, I mean, I'm not trying to do salt in the moon here, but if you're towards your normal, you're right there with the leader, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was only 3 back after day 1.
Yeah.
Middle round kind of fucked you.
Yeah.
Let's also add in there that we also had some telecommunications issues.
Oh yeah. So he probably doesn't know about that.
No, he's never. This is the first he's hearing.
First.
Yeah.
I have some breaking news.
Breaking.
So Thursday at league, Michael's texting me. I'm doing some stuff at the kitchen and the kitchen at the club and trying to do some board related things.
Board member shit.
And Michael's texting me like, "Hey, I'm on the range. Just come pick me up." I don't respond.
Can
And then-
imagine how I liked that.
And then finally, after 10, 15 minutes, we're heading to the first tee and don't think anything of it. We don't really have to text anything the rest of the day or rest of the evening, so we don't really communicate until the next day. And he texts me, and I respond back the next day on something, and nothing. I'm getting his messages, but he's not receiving any of my messages. I cannot call him. It just goes straight to voicemail. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Every group
Every
thread
group
that we're a
text.
part of, I can't see his text
Couldn't
messages.
see any of my messages. So I'm like, all right, let me see your phone. I check my phone, make sure nothing's goofy's going
That's
on.
the rub.
Reset my cell, all that. Reset my data. Still nothing. Not working. It was weird that it worked Saturday evening though for like a split second, and then it kicked back. So then we can't communicate at all on play, how play's going. Are you playing well? Are you playing okay? Which might be against the rules.
Yeah.
After the
Man,
round.
Wow.
After the round, because we're coming and
Play
going.
more break on number 3. Wow.
No talk like that. Just how's the round going? Are you ready to drive your golf cart into a pole or
Yeah, did you catch
into
those
a
2
pond?
bunker lies I did?
Yeah, stuff like that. And then not able to communicate at all. Nothing.
I don't think we got it fixed till Tuesday. Monday.
Monday.
I blocked him.
He blocked me.
Pocket block?
Yeah.
Must have been.
Unintentional.
Right. Unintentional. Got
So
it.
on an iPhone, you can't go into contacts and check to see if somebody's blocked. You can only go into the messaging app
Or the phone.
or the phone app and see if you've blocked somebody.
Hmm.
So it was
Confusing.
kind of weird.
Odd weekend.
Yeah. But anyways, didn't get up and down very
So
well.
we had a little meat fest deal on Saturday night.
Whoa, easy. Family show.
Little barbecue action.
Oh,
Of cour-
okay.
I explained to somebody not too long ago, it's not a family show.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway. And I'm texting him like, hey, what time are you going to be here? You close?
Sitting in his parking lot.
Nothing.
Sitting in his driveway.
Absolutely
for
nothing.
5 minutes.
No,
So
you
you're
weren't.
just shotgunning beers.
I'm just slamming them.
Yeah.
New guys out.
Puking his guts out.
I was 15% in the old up and down categories, which is awful.
That's fucking shitty.
Which is awful.
I
I
mean,
got up and down.
Normally you're what, 60?
I'd say normally I'm at least
60, 70.
50% to 70%.
Okay.
That's
I
a
mean,
big
50%'s a bad day, but
7% of the
15%
time
is
works every
just
time.
freaking put the clubs on eBay and
So
Get
part
out
of that,
there.
I would say, is that the way that the greens played, I think it either required a different approach, or you had to get it through your mind where the ball was going to go, because they were a little bit more firm than they have been. So like you hit a 60 in a spot, and you're like, okay, I know I need to land it here, but instead of it like rolling to where it's within a couple feet by the pin, now you've got a side hill that's 5 to 7 feet coming back, and it's kind of like, oh man, that how did that ball get to that spot? You know, I think that's probably what made it a little bit tough on some of the up and downs.
We got a guest that wants to come on.
Oh, good. Real quick, I'd like to just also congratulate first flight winner Rick Oliver, second flight winner Andrew Briggs, and third flight winner Mr. Trent Trump.
And that's who's getting ready to come on the line.
Should we talk about my bunkers after we talk to Trent?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into your round.
You have his
dive into your
contact,
region.
don't you?
I haven't. No, I don't.
No?
You have to give it to me because I'm the only one connected to this board.
I know.
We get talking to some of the membership after club championship and through text messaging on Sunday afternoon. They said when the wind picked up.
Are you bragging that you were able to text people on Sunday afternoon?
No,
We were.
when the wind picked up, it was definitely a challenge. So, and a lot of people saying you did not want to be above the hole all weekend. So,
Yeah. Just send it to you.
Yeah. I don't know that I had any above the pin that I was super worried about. Actually, I would have preferred to be above it as opposed to a couple below it, because the uphillers, like, you think it's fast, but it still took a pretty good poke. You know what I mean?
right?
And you're like, fuck, still 5 feet, 7 feet short. But-
That's what was frustrating was those 5 to 10, 12 footers, whether it was for a par save or for a birdie putt. Normally, I can make a high percentage of those. I wasn't.
There was only one pin that I could think of that above it was like you were absolutely stoned, and I think you probably already know what pin that is.
18 on Sunday.
You got it, you son of a bitch.
I 3-putted from 12 inches.
It was right in the middle of the green.
Our definitions of middle are a little different.
I 3-putted from 12 inches.
It's tough to do. You take it outside the cup from 12 inches?
I had to.
That was a brutal pin.
It's a club championship.
I mean, if there was some rope there near that green, there
Well, I
probably would
mean-
have been.
Well, what's his definition of a hazard? I guess a green's a hazard now, too?
What is
no,
that?
just bunkers. Just bunkers are hazards, and then the red stake stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a gentleman by the name of Trent Trump,
No relation.
third flight winner, on the horn here. This is our first guest in some time.
Sometime.
Hello.
Trent Trump, you're on the air with the Average Goats, bud.
What's up, Michael? How are you, pal?
I'm great, thanks. How about
Hello?
yourself?
Welcome to the fucking show.
How about it?
How about it?
Boy, you know you've been in golf when you get a call from the Hanger brothers.
What
That's
a treat,
good to
huh?
hear.
What I want to know is, have you put any of those Average Goat vice balls in play yet this year?
Yeah, there's a couple in a few ponds.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Did any of them get played this past weekend?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right.
I was playing the team titleist, the Trent Trump golf ball, the Pro V1 X.
Ooh, good for
Ooh.
you.
Yeah.
Little extra
Yeah.
zipper, huh?
And he was saying he didn't have enough swing speed for the
Yeah.
vice.
Give me a break.
I don't, but hey, that 50-gram shaft is gets it out there far enough for me. So.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us. I think we just want to get your feedback on how the weekend went. What went well for you? How was Sunday carrying what? I think would you have 3 or 4 shot lead?
I think it was a 3-shot lead and ended up winning by 4. So
Just blitzed them.
between myself and Ruben, and
Ruben.
yeah, got a little shaky there after 16, but I had a good hole on 17 and Ruben didn't, and yeah, the rest is history, as they say.
What?
Hey, Trent, this is Pappy. Congratulations. Big question,
Thanks, Pappy.
though. Tournament over the weekend like this, what is, like, when you look back, what was, like, that? Is there that one point in the first round or the second round early, like, it was, like, the turning point where
I got it.
you made a big putt, and then you were like, okay, I
It was
kind of straightened out the ride here, and it's going to be okay now, or it could have went off the rails, and you kind of look back at that point.
It was probably a few 6-irons, but here we go.
Yeah, didn't really hit the 6 all that much, but I had no idea what I shot on Saturday.
So you got that going for
I
you.
tend to play better when I have no idea how I'm playing. I was paired up with the Rooster,
Ooh,
and
nice.
he's like, "Wow, you had a pretty good front nine there." I'm like, "Cool. I don't want to know what I got." And then I just kept playing and ended up shooting an 85.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah. So in spite of Pappy's tough hole locations, I still shot the 85. On Saturday or Sunday, I had a caddy, which means my league partner sat in the cart and drank beer as I was drinking water and playing golf. And he kept kind of reminding me of where I was at and how many strokes I had on Ruben. And the more information I knew as far as, oh, you're up by 2.
The more your ass puckered.
It increased the nerve factor. So
So just for the record here, Trump, there was no alcohol consumed by you in any of those rounds?
correct.
Wow,
Yeah.
maybe that's the trick I need to take on.
Yeah, I did not drink Saturday or Sunday.
Did the,
We
cad-
did drink in the invitational though.
Yeah.
did the caddy actually get out of the cart and do caddy things
No.
like get the flag or anything, or no?
He tended the pin I think twice, and then on 6 I just wanted to get over the water, so I hit a 6-iron on 6, got over the water. I had a downhill lie, so I walked back to the cart. I grabbed the shaker. He's like, "Hey, let me take care of that." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what a caddy should be doing." So then I went up and then I putted my ball from the fringe. So, but yeah, I shot 5 strokes better without a caddy on Saturday than I did on Sunday. So I don't know if there's a direct correlation to that,
It's
but
all his fault. What's
So
the
5 shots worse? Do you still give them 10% of the winnings?
well, 10% of Aaron dollars is still 0. So pro shop credits don't really translate. But I did get my father a polo out of the pro shop for his birthday yesterday.
Very
So,
nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's always nice to give a gift that was somewhat free, though, right?
Kind
Well,
I mean, that's
yeah,
pretty,
it's the best
that's
kind
pretty
of gift.
nice. It's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
and he loves them too.
What do you think the number was on cans cracked by your caddy on Sunday?
Oh boy, he reloaded I think after 9.
Perfect.
So it was
12er?
yeah.
I just picture that
Yeah.
Will Ferrell clip, you know, when
Yeah.
he's reaching out, opening it. That's
Yeah.
Fricky all day on Sunday.
Absolutely. Yeah. At one point, he actually was standing there and cracked a beer, and he looked just like that meme, and I just started laughing to myself. And I think that was when I was leaving the putting green, and he was standing there in his flip flop and cracked a beer, and I had a chuckle to myself. I'm like, yeah, he is a meme.
That's
He's a
awesome.
living meme.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good though. I played well. It's the best I've ever gone back to back to back. I shot 87 on Friday, 85 Saturday, and then 90 on Sunday. I've never done that.
Dealing, man.
It's usually about a 10 to 15 point swing, like the one guy from that fired off with 77 and then shot a 92 to follow that up. So I won't mention Mike's name, but that's
Mikey
he
Barr.
did that. Yeah,
I
he
like,
did
how
have
you're
a good.
doing, I like how you're doing that.
Wow, throwing
Yeah,
that
he did.
fire.
God damn.
Yeah, you know me, but yeah, it was fun. So it was a good 2 weekends of golf for me.
If there was any pin on Sunday that you were like, that was a motherfucker, which one would it have been?
Oh, 18 was kind of ridiculous in the middle of that ridge. I can't wait until we fix that green.
Did you think that pin was in the middle, or would you call that back?
He just said middle ridge.
Middle of a ridge. It was to the back.
In the middle of a ridge, not middle.
Would you consider that pin
Yeah.
middle or back?
That was to the back, but it was on a ridge. Of course,
That middle
You
hump,
know,
we call it, right?
yeah. So of course I'm like, whatever you do, don't launch it. And of course, I hit the old 60 a little thin, and I was up above the pin.
Did it twice.
I
But
did too.
I almost hit the putt for the par on 18, and I've never went par on 18 before. So
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, but no, it was as good as I could play. Being my index dropped like a stone this past weekend too. So
Are you still in the 100 games?
no, I got beat by the Polish Prince.
I was gonna say that index
Tommy
dropping.
Kozlowski.
Foolish.
Yeah, it's I think I got beat like
Like a drum. Did you lose on 15
6
or
and
on
5 or
14?
5 and 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Ooh.
You lost on 15, I think, or 14.
Yeah, it wasn't good. He beat me like a drum that day.
That
so,
sounds like
but,
as bad as you beat me last year.
I did kind of whip your ass, didn't I, Michael?
Man,
so
took it
that's,
to me.
That's a notch in my belt there. So
Good.
taking one of the hanger boys down.
Good.
And it fell apart on 18 to the point where you got so disgusted you wouldn't even look at me the rest of the day.
At least I made it to 18, huh?
He's making himself laugh
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. We do need to talk to the people in charge of the house in the locker room. I would like a plaque on my locker. Club champion.
Go talk to the cooler about that.
You know,
I
I
thought
might have to make my own, and I'm fine with that too.
for those watching, this is the gentleman that made us this awesome average goat sign here.
Yeah,
I heard that the sign was going out by the Bulldog parking lot.
That's what Franklin was saying. He owed Trent
Wow.
Trump a
Parking spot.
a parking spot and a plaque, and he's putting it by the Bulldog parking lot.
well, the problem is I parked in that parking lot since they built that building out there, and parking out there really doesn't have its advantages. So I'm content parking with the rest of the Gen Pop, that don't have the reserve spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, Trumpy, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on, and congrats on the win.
Well, thank you very much. You guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you here in a few hours.
Yeah, go get him. I hope tonight's not as dry as the weekend was.
Yeah, it'll be different. So
All right, bud.
you guys
Thanks.
have a great day. We'll see you.
Later.
Uh,
And that was third flight winner over at Club Championship this past weekend, Trent Trump. Very interesting. So I think you guys have beat the dead horse enough about this pin placement on 18. You're kind of sounding like
I've never seen the pin there,
Crybabies.
actually.
you say that every week on a pin.
I've been out there for 11 years, I think. I've never seen the pin there.
A challenge it was.
Well, it's like
It's a fucking doozy.
it's right on the fall line.
Right in the falling
You're,
ranch.
you're either falling off or you're falling the other way.
But there was like 4 fall lines.
I know.
Are you telling me everybody had issues with this?
I guarantee you everybody
no
had issues.
way. Sure, there were birdies.
Oh, except
made.
for Spangles Eagle on
Yeah, Spangle Eagle.
Spangle
did on
Eagle did.
Sunday, second round.
from the
Chipped
Blues.
in.
No, made a.
20-footer.
I
Oh,
mean,
did he
granted, the putt was probably lucky because he wasn't even like standing over the golf ball like in normal form. He just kind of like, yeah. Who did that
Saw the
noise?
line,
You or
popped
him?
it in.
Was that you or him? Oh fuck.
It was
But,
it was fine.
Yeah. So real quick though, we were talking earlier about Joel's round and takes from the club championship, and you deferred. You were asked first, so
I asked defer to the second half.
yes. So here we are, in the second half, and what you were saying something earlier. What exactly happened over at the
8th and 9th.
8th and 9th holes?
All right. So before I get into that, ball striking
First
wise,
7.
ball striking wise for the 2 days, I actually struck the golf ball very, very well. I just could not score. I mean, it was probably the best ball striking I've had in like maybe all season actually. Irons felt great. Flushed a lot of golf balls. Just got into some horrendous positions. Here's 2 of them. So
Exhibit A.
shoot 80. A pretty 80 was probably the highest I was going to shoot that day, even with some bad spots on day 1. So I'm coming in day 2. I'm definitely probably out of it being 10 back, right? But thinking, okay, if I can post a couple good numbers here. Didn't get off to actually a decent start, and then get to 8, and was in the left tree, so had a little bit of a shot where I'm trying to, with the breeze that day, I'm like, okay, if I get a little draw spin on this, I got a chance to hit the green and putting Pappy to sleep here.
No, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Sorry.
And ball didn't draw, goes into the right bunker, but that that bunker's long and it's a downslope, so I catch it 2, 3, 4 inches inside the grass line, and ball's sitting kind of down towards the pin, and I'm like, great, this is, this ball needs to go in the air to have any chance of staying on the green, and I end up putting it like 4 feet in front of me in the bottom of the bunker. And there's a lot of sand in there. So the next one I unfortunately picked way too clean and airmail the fucking green by 40 yards. I'm over both cart paths.
Oh,
And then like,
in the rough from the 9 tee
yeah,
to the 9
yeah,
green. Okay.
correct. So at this point I'm like, God damn it. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time, Pappy says that these are supposed to be, they're bunkers. They're like, it's like a hazard. They're not supposed to be
Not like.
they're not supposed to be great, right? So I'm thinking of that the whole time, and I'm like, I can't get upset.
You can. And by the way, my ears were on fire Sunday morning, so now I know why.
So I actually hit a good little 60 from there. 1 putt 6 is what I walk away from. After I hit the chip shot, the club went absolutely flying because I was just furious.
This is gonna drive the women here nuts.
Nuts, yeah.
I'll
So
be honest, straight up and down.
from over there,
Yeah, from over there.
Chip 1 putt.
Yeah.
1 putt 6 from like 10 feet. But so it's like, okay, I'm still at that point. I'm still not like out of the round. It's like, okay, let's recover here.
Let's get hot and try to post a T5.
Yep.
Okay.
And block my ball a little bit on 9 into the right bunker.
Oh, shit.
And actually, the fried egg was day 1. I made a 5 there for day 1 with the fried egg. This one barely trickles into the bunker, and I'm literally 2 or 3 inches in front of the grass line, and that ball is a good 6 to 8 inches below the lip there. I have no idea how to even get the club on the golf ball. Zero. I have to chop down on it, and
Weird stands.
weird 1 foot out, the whole
Oh,
knee
yeah.
bent thing, and you can't the ball.
You're
If I
feeling
would
your
have tried,
hamstring-
if
you're feeling your hamstring stretched that you haven't.
no,
felt in
no,
years.
that's not an issue.
Show off.
If I would have taken a like normal swing to try to get the club to the ball, it would have bounced into the grass behind me and just never even come close to hitting the golf ball. That's how that severe I had to like chop down on it and make a 5, and that was it.
2
So-
5s on 9.
2 5s on 9. And for the record, Joel was looking at stats on Monday, so I'm like, oh, send me that spreadsheet. I'll enter my numbers and check out my stats too. And then I realized I hit 1 fucking green on the par 3s
For the whole tournament.
the whole tournament.
So there's 5 par 3s,
That's 15.
3 rounds, 15. You hit 1 green in regulation.
Mm-hmm.
So how many over?
But
were
he
you
had a
for the
great
par
ball
threes?
striking.
Great
3
ball
rounds.
striking. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad your brother did. How many over do you think you were?
I actually know it's over there.
Over what?
How many over par in the par 3s?
It's on the computer over there.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to get up right now and go get it, but I had 3 doubles, the rest bogeys and 2 pars. So 13, so 10 bogeys, that's 10 over. That's 14 over.
14 over. That's
Carry the one.
Like 14 over on the par 3s.
so you made some up and downs.
No.
Had to have. You doubled 9 twice,
That's 4.
correct? But you played 15 par 3s. You're only 14 over.
I got 2 up
You're
and
under
down.
bogey golf.
I got 2 up and down.
Okay.
So that offset those, right?
There was 3 holes that just freaking kicked me right in the nuts all freaking 3 rounds.
Which one? 13.
10, 13, and 15.
So I brought some people out to play Yuki for the first time. They hadn't seen the course, and
A couple
you
of
know,
noobs.
We get out to the 13th hole on Friday evening, and I explained to them, hey, this is my baby. Let me know what you think.
You hear that, viewers? This is his baby.
No holds bar. Yeah, it's been nicknamed the home wrecker, I guess. But damn it, one of the guys birdies it, makes a 22-footer coming back up at the hole. He goes, well, you told me how to play it. You told me don't go for the flag, go for the middle of the green. I had a 22-footer for birdie. What more do you want? I'm like, you're the biggest asshole I know right now.
Yeah.
Because
Was he-
I've been playing. I I take care of it. I water it. I fertilize it. I spray it, and I've made maybe 2-3 pars in the damn hole. And first time he looks at it, boom, birdie.
First time I played the hole, I birdied it. Maybe that was a bad omen. Because
So you should say I should get him back out and get some more
yeah,
dollars off.
I would exactly do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I hit a 3-footer there for birdie the first time I ever played it, and it's been a fucking train wreck ever since.
No, 10 I three-putted twice. 13, I was never in the fairway or in the right side. I was always in the left trees. And 15, same thing. I was always in the left trees.
Yeah.
I parred 10.
Honestly, 10 and 15, you gotta get 1 or 2 birdies off those holes.
Well, that's what's
Out of the
stupid.
three
Is
rounds,
round
right?
2 and
Oh,
3.
you actually printed your stats for this show.
Wow.
Yes.
Look at
Stat
that.
tracker.
Rounds 2 and 3, I had
Nerd.
10 to 12 footers for birdie on 10
Okay.
and 3-way.
I parred 10 all 3 times, if that makes you feel any better. One of those was from
It does.
198.
Pick the spirits right up. Look at him. He's ready to go for league tonight, knowing that you did that. So the putting woes, we've kind of talked about it a little heavy this episode, but I guess we should then let them know in a couple weeks me and you are taking a little field trip, and we'll be able to report back to Average Goats.
Going up to the Bentonardi studio.
In our studio, going to go behind the curtain and see the man at Oz, to say. What are you looking forward to getting out of that experience? Just here, real quick.
I've never done anything like it. I have been on like the Sam putting thing before at Club Champion, and all they told me was that my putter was fine for me up there. I've never been a Bentonardi person. I've always been a Scotty Cameron person, but the Scotty Cameron studio is obviously all the way in California, and this is the next best thing that's within 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
One of those type of deals where once in a while you got to spoil yourself, treat
Yeah.
yourself to an adventure.
Did I
so-
get invited to this?
Yeah,
Yes,
you said
no.
No, I said no to next week. You said you can't get in next week.
Do you want to go?
Well, now that's the following week. What's the date?
24th.
I think I'm in.
Okay.
All right.
I'll have to call and make another appointment. But
I'll just show up.
we have a buddy.
Power play.
I have a buddy that's over at VCC, has like 10 or 12.
We've mentioned him before on the show.
Dane. We have like 10 or he has like 10 or 12 Bentonardis, ranging from stock ones to special ones.
He actually just made a career change so he can play more golf.
So
Nice.
Teacher to real estate agent.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the talking with them and getting their insights on. Hell, who knows? I might come out of there with an arm lock.
If that's the case,
I'm interested to
that
see.
chair is no longer yours.
I'm- Why?
If he's going to an arm lock putter,
Yeah.
no.
Why?
Cuz.
Why?
Cuz.
Because why?
Cuz.
Hey, I feel like I'm talking to my 4-year-old niece right now. Cause.
Because. You just
Okay.
can't, Bryson.
What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm interested to see if we get on the right type of technology where they kind of tell you with your putting stroke you need to be
Base balance, toe hang, no toe hang.
center shaft, you need a gooseneck,
Toe
what type
pick.
of putter that I'm supposed to be get. You should have a mallet, you should have more of a blade, you should have
Straight
a
head.
gentle bend, like a real small, thin head. So I'm more interested in that, what the numbers or what their shit tells me I'm supposed to be playing, and then look back at all, true average goat shit here. How many putters I've gone
Ownership.
through the last 20, 30, let's just say the last 20, 25 years. How many times I've bought this putter, went to that putter, let me
And
try
all
that
you needed to do
two-ball.
was just go over there once.
You know what's
just-
going to be funny? They're going to tell him you need a 36-inch putter and
Yeah,
not that
he's
little
got like
29-incher.
32.
No, there's no way that's going to happen.
Maybe?
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way I come back and my spec is over 33 inches.
Okay.
What do you want to do? What do you want to bet?
What putter right now
You wanna
before
bet
you
half the beers you owe me, which would be about 55 beers.
60 beers.
before you
Bears?
go in there,
Bears.
what would you say style-wise is the putter that you feel like suits your game the most? Is it a traditional like blade type putter? Is it a mallet? Is it
That's a good thing. Let's give our perspective,
Yeah.
and then when we go over there and they
What
tell
do you
us
think
if
is
it
the
matches up.
best putter that you feel like suits your game now?
It would be kind of like a Scotty Cameron Delmar. So it's not like a true duckbill back. But the rounder back, but it's not like a big fat.
Yep, I
mallet
know what you're
one.
talking about. Yep.
So kind of one of those, I would think.
With what kind of neck on it, you think?
Probably like maybe not a gooseneck, but one of those bendy necks. Not straight, not.
Well,
center
typically
shaft.
those Delmars are pretty heavy on the forward press.
They are.
Yeah.
You forward press?
I should be probably. The only lesson I ever took in my life was So the only lesson I ever took in my life was a putting lesson. One time with actually an old pro. His name was Tony Holquin. He actually passed away. He won the Texas Open, played in the Masters like 3 times, played in a couple of U.S. Opens, yada 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 yada. Great
Yada,
guy.
yada, 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 yada,
And
yada.
He showed me.
He just looks
We
at
went
us.
over the forward press. and
We
all
got
that.
one in last week while you were gone, too.
But now I am, I got this Payne Stewart putter, so it kind of takes the forward press out of it because I'm
Right.
trying to block the red
Line the
dot on the
lines.
Seymour.
So,
Not so
I
much
mean,
the line, just
you're-
get the red dot out of the way because then it's telling my brain, okay, you are over the ball. The line you're seeing is probably right. So with this putter, I feel like I've cut down on quote unquote the big miss with this Seymour. I don't 3-putt that much anymore. I'm around the hole, but I also, like back in the day,
What she
if I
said.
had a heater and I was putting the ball good, it was more of a stroke. And I would be rolling them in everywhere. But it brought in consistently
So you're-
the 3
so-
foot, 4 foot miss more.
Historically, you were open to close then? Is that what you're saying?
Close-
The
close-
stroke? So you felt like you were stroking it, little toe?
Straight back, no, straight back, straight
so
through.
you're always straight back, straight
or,
through.
No, more inside out, yeah. Hence the forward press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because if you're going, like you're saying, outside in with a forward press, you're really going to be
Blocking it, yeah.
pulling it, yeah.
Oh, we said the opposite.
Yeah.
I would think blocking.
Tomato, tomato. Not good.
What about you, Joel? Because you bounce from putter to putter.
I
So what
bounce.
do you think is the? I know the answer for you, but what do you think is the best for your game?
If what I want it
You
to
guys are
be-
both traditional grip too, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean traditional grip?
Just
Like the actual
you're
grip
not
or my
left hand.
hand?
You're not left hand lower cross-handed.
No, but I do a double interlock.
Double.
So like boom, 2 fingers interlocking.
That's impressive.
That's what she said.
You have to when you're slinging a hose like no. When you're slinging a 31-inch putter, you got to have that double. Yeah, something I came up with. Weird.
What do I want to be and what do I think I am are two polar opposites.
No, that's not what we asked. We
I
asked,
know.
what do you think is the best putter style for your game?
Some type of blade with the toe, with some toe hang,
Okay.
more of an open
Kinda neck.
more of an open to close. I think that's where I'll be surprised at what neck I should use. I'm not quite sure. I've always used a plumber's neck whenever I used a blade. I think
Is that a gooseneck?
I mean, I hope our viewers make it to this point in the show for
Yeah.
this one because this is important stuff here. When it comes to putting.
so.
Just think about
I
your
think-
round. You had a bad weekend and you averaged 35 putts around. You said
33.
33 putts around. That's half, or nearly half the strokes you took each round.
Yeah. So, I think I'll be surprised by what neck I need.
I also don't want to go with doing some of the research. I want more of the traditional, original honeycomb face that they had.
Yeah, those are
For the
cool.
feel, I'm not really into like almost like a
The-
tailor-made true roll
Yeah.
Fit.
milled thing. I don't want that. I don't want the micro honeycomb. I want the traditional looking
Yeah.
honeycomb.
My buddy.
And they'll
Dan-
probably tell me, "Oh no, you need a Odyssey white hot insert." I'll be like, "You shut the fuck up."
You son of a bitch.
That's what my buddy Dane was telling me was the different faces, which ones are firmer, which ones are soft.
Well, I
things
have
like
that
that.
one Bettinardi that it sounds and feels like you're hitting it with just a fucking hammer. It's terrible sounding.
So here's the question I have: You're gonna come.
What if they
We're
tell?
gonna get
I'm
you
gonna
in.
come.
So
But
my
what if
que-
they
oh, wait,
tell
hold
you?
On, hold on. My question to you. This is breaking news. This is deep dive here. Would you actually put the putter cover back on the putter then after you spend all the time getting fitted and buying one of those putters?
No,
You shut the. If you don't put that putter cover on, you're not in that chair anymore.
no.
That is criminal.
That
They
is-
give.
That is criminal.
Listen, they give Matt Kuchar a new putter how often?
That's great. Matt
And he
Kuchar's
says,
kind of a
"No,
dud.
I'm not putting a head cover on." Head covers are for pussies. That's what Matt Kuchar says.
That's because he's
I don't
always-
know if he's
yeah,
ever said
I
that.
don't think so either.
Yes, he
'Cause
has.
he's got terrible
Ask
fucking
Dane
caddies.
Brown.
That's why.
Uh,
Terrible caddies.
No, once it comes off before I go to the practice green, I don't put it back on until I load them in the truck. On the putter. On the putter. Have you seen the
Okay.
putter I use?
That's why I'm asking you. You're gonna go through all this. And,
fuck.
Yeah. have
It's like
nice-
a new car.
I mean, some
You
of
get a
these
new
are like
car.
Fujiyami shoes, dude. They're like artwork. Some of them.
You get a new car, and for 60 days, you've treated it like gold, and then it's like, okay, it's a fucking car.
I've been looking at it for the last 2 weeks. Some pretty sick ones.
Yeah,
You guys got problems.
I do.
Like the cat one.
First-
Fucking
Seconds a minute.
phone is cracked
so what
as
was
shit.
what was gonna be your last question before we wrap this up?
Grip wise, what if they tell you, Pappy, we don't think you need that skinny little grip in your hand. We want you to put like a bigger grip in your hand.
Once I see the numbers and I see that I'm rolling the ball good, then yeah.
All
Whatever I gotta do
right,
to see
just
more pucks
checking,
fall.
just checking. Because a few episodes
If
ago,
I
you
could
were
go-
anti. If you remember that,
I
you're-
ain't doing. They ain't gonna put me in a fat cat side turn away. I wouldn't do that shit. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
What if you rolled every? What if your putting numbers were unbelievable with that?
If they said you'll never miss a 10-footer and I saw it,
And I
I'll,
saw it.
I'll freaking roll it with a fat cat.
I'm a flat cat fan.
I know that's why I said it.
I know. I figured.
But there's so much.
Isn't that
I'm
look
not.
sick?
I'm not gonna go into all the crazy customization stuff like that.
That's sick, though.
I have an older Bentonardi, one of their originals. I'm bringing that with me too to see if they'll refinish it, and maybe I just get fitted to that putter
Yeah.
because it's the style of like the Delmar. A lot of their newer models, it doesn't look like online that they have something like
On
that
the line.
on the line. Exchange your gram, $1 million idea.
I may get kicked out of this place.
Why?
I don't know. I just
I hope not.
feel like being an ass that day.
Why?
I don't know. Give you guys a bunch of shit. Talk about how bad the putters are. Pro Scotty Cameron.
Oh, good luck with that sponsorship.
Oh, I guess it's just a two-man trip then. and
Yeah,
report
we'll
back
just
to you.
leave you home.
Yeah, since you just brought that up, we called and they're full. Sorry. And if we want to reschedule, it's 2 more month wait. But yeah, but all right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. You got men's league tonight. Who you guys got?
Mendoza,
Oh, and our first guest on the show, Austin.
Leo.
Oh, very nice.
Potentially.
Very nice.
His
That's very nice.
participation's been suspect lately.
Well, it happens. He's getting married, busy life.
Married, busy, new house.
Anyhow, this is the first time I've had the
312 Shanny.
Goose
and-
Island 312 Shanty. It's pretty
Little
good.
shout out, I guess, here we're doing.
Pretty
Nice.
good. Pretty good. Also tried the Old Nation out of Williamston, Michigan.
And
Shandy. It's solid.
which one do you like better?
I would say the Goose Island is
That's
just
right.
a scotch better.
312, baby.
Just a scotch better, but it's good. It's just now these two taste totally different than the Line and Cool Summer Shandy.
Okay.
Totally. They say it's a lemonade. I would almost say that it's more of a like if you mixed a Sprite in a beer. I don't know if you've done that before, but that's popular in Jamaica.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like a soda shandy. Mix a soda with a beer as opposed to lemonade. That's how it tastes.
I'll try it tonight. 312.
Got that going.
All right, guys. Well, good luck tonight, and we'll see you
Play
back
well.
here next time.
See ya.